Alright guys, so real quick, love this bike, 2014 KTM EXC 500, but the bane of my existence so far with this bike has been this stupid kickstand. So, the guy that owned this before did not tell me that he goofed up the kickstand, and so basically, I'm going to pull this apart, I'll show it to you, but this stem where it's part of the frame, it's bent, and it's helicoiled, but it's not helicoiled the whole way. If he was going to do something, he should have put a thread insert in there instead. But at any rate, it's all goofed up. There's no way you can fix this. I got an aftermarket one, sorry, it had an aftermarket one on. I got another one just hoping that maybe the new one would be different. It was not the case. And basically this bike will fall over because I have no way to keep it up. So anyways, I put it on the side quick. I'm going to put this Fastway kickstand on, and what that does is it eliminates bolting to here. It actually bolts right here and right there, and that should eliminate our issue. So let me get this done real fast and we'll kind of go through it. All right, so here it is. Got my stop removed. The other bolt that was sitting there, I think that was another stop. And then here, let's see, you can see the helicoil. You can see that little tab down in there. It's hard to tell. This is bent like that, and it's not going to work. So that's screwed up. This is what we're going to do to fix it. See how that mounts. I'm going to tear it apart. See, I don't know if I have to actually chop this off the frame or not. There's like, I don't know. I don't see any information about this online, but I'm putting it on, and yeah, if I got to chop it off, I got to chop it off. So here we go. Alright, so I don't know if someone welded this on, because now it makes more sense of why this looks so jagged. I'm wondering if this is completely aftermarket. Someone just goobered that up to try to make a kickstand work. Maybe they screwed up the original, because it feels like there's threads back in here, and this was probably new. So anyways, either way, it's not going to matter for me. I'm just going to cut that whole thing off and make it flush. So the way that this fits there, you can see the grooves there and everything. So that should fit in there perfectly, as long as I grind all that off and make it smooth. So that's what I'm going to do real quick. Hopefully I don't start a fire. And yeah, wish me luck. All right, so there it is. I got it all chopped off, cut off. Thanks to Mr. Milwaukee. Little 4.5-inch cutoff wheel, and then a flap disc. So I'm assuming from the factory it probably had a different post. It probably just came straight out of there or something. I don't know. You can tell there was something going on there. I don't know. I don't know. Either way, that would probably interface with here to give it a little extra rigidity. But these kickstands, I mean, you're not supposed to get on the bike with the kickstand down, unlike the adventure bikes where you can put all your weight on and whatever. But all these KTMs, that's how they are. So I don't plan to ever get on it with the kickstand down anyways. So this should be plenty. It's because it's going to have 2 bolts holding it. And yeah, I'm going to clean this off real quick, a little brake clean, and then I want to just hit it with a little bit of spray paint so I don't worry about any rusting underneath there. So let me hit that real quick, and then let's get this mounted up. Alright, so here she is on the bike now. You can see how it sits there. So what I had to do, without any of the spacer, it comes with 2 washers that they use for a spacer, that you can use or don't have to. But anyways, with the guard on there, it would just touch, and I figured, you know, any little bit of play it could catch. I don't want that happening when it's going through the motion of the suspension travel and stuff. So anyways, I just put spacer on the top one, and now there's definitely like an 1/8 of an inch gap there between this guard. No interference at all, and you can see it doesn't go up far enough to hit that, which is actually better, because you can see the aftermarket's ones were chewing up there. But now this thing feels rock solid. Let's get it stood up though and see how it actually stands, because I've seen some reviews where they said they sit up too high or too neutral or whatever you want to call it. But let's get it up. Let's see what it looks like. Alright, don't mind the mess, everybody. But yeah, it looks like it stands up perfect, honestly. It's not too leaned over or anything like that. So alright, so I just got back from a little ride and trying everything out real quick. So I kind of recant what I said about the kickstand. So definitely does sit up higher than before. I didn't realize until I got on and off the bike. I will pretty much be getting on and off of the bike from the right side. If you're a shorter guy, you might have an issue with this. Honestly, the best way to get on it would be to get a hold of your handlebars, kick your kickstand up, then get on it. I about fell off of it the other way when I went to sit on it, and it immediately kind of like it was right there. It was just like solid. I was like, oh, I wasn't ready for that. So at any rate, I still love the kickstand, and I absolutely need that in my situation. You guys saw what I went through with that goobered up, mounting point. So anyways, as far as
Overall conclusion is the kickstand is great. It was a great purchase for my situation with everything that was going on. So hopefully the review helped you guys. If you have any questions, I'd be more than happy to answer them.